The ALS Association has received $88.5 million in donations. That's compared to $2.6 million during the same time last year. These donations have come from existing donors and 1.9 million new donors to the association.
So at this point, there's no real need for us to show you a montage of folks dousing themselves with ice water, but we did feel like it was incredibly important to introduce you to a person in our community who is living with ALS every single day. His challenges are real. The struggle creeps in as he works to complete the smallest of tasks. But Dennis, as you'll see, is considered a survivor of a disease that rarely leaves anyone behind.
Out of me, excuse me, probably shouldn't have said that. That scares the heck out of me is that you end up not being able to move with a fully functioning brain. And I just can't imagine going through that.
ALS, known as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. People with ALS lose the ability to initiate and control muscle movement, which often leads to total paralysis and death within 2 to 5 years of diagnosis. There is no cure and only one drug approved by the FDA that modestly extends survival.
You know, most people, it's real fast acting. I've known people that have got it, they're in wheelchairs and they're gone. And I'm going on 5.5 years and you know, I get around pretty good, you know.
Today, the disease affects Dennis's hands and arms mostly. He also has trouble with his neck and throat.
The unknown, you don't know what to expect, you know. I don't know how long I'll still keep doing as well as I'm doing.
And by ALS standards, Dennis is doing very well. He's able to continue working with his hands, doing things like building the fence around his house.
It's hard because in my mind I can still do it. And it takes like 5 times longer than it used to, and then I'll work one day and have to rest for 3, and you know.
Little things are tough.
In the kitchen to open, the Ziploc bags are the hardest thing to open, all the Ziploc stuff.
But he says there are some upsides.
If someone gives me a bottle of water or something, they open it and hand it to me. I don't have to ask, it just happens.
Beers.
Beers.
He was also able to hit an important milestone recently, one that when he was first diagnosed seemed a bit unlikely. He was able to see both of his kids graduate from high school.
Taught my kids how to deal with stuff. After you have a conversation with them about dying, you can pretty much talk about anything. But no, they went through a lot of rough times, and just the support of friends, family, the whole community of Canyon helped raise our kids, and I helped raise theirs. That's the way it worked.
And I had the week that came from hell.
So it seems fitting that on Sunday the community came together again to support their friend Dennis and this Ice Bucket Challenge movement.
67 people dumped ice on their heads, yeah.
That's awesome.
It is. It was really cool. It's very humbling.
Yeah.
And you know, I get videos every day of people doing it and in my name, and I guess it gets me real emotional.
Dennis says he finds himself explaining what ALS is a lot less lately. It's hard not to know a little bit more about the disease with the ice bucket videos flooding your news feed. He figures, though, that's a pretty great thing.
I guess I feel like it's my calling or my duty to let people know, since I'm called a survivor now, to let people know what it's like to go through.
I wanna live with you.